Next up, the title track off of Blood Sugar Sex Magik. 3. So those are the main sections of the song. The intro is pretty basic sort of power chord situation. It's a little higher up on the neck than we usually play power chords. You know, we usually play them down here. But we're up here now. So we have an A, 12th fret of the A string. So you have A and then the 5th above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For those of you who are learning theory, it's called an A5 because it has the 5th note of the major scale in it. So that's your power chord. It's only 2 notes. So he's basically moving this shape around. You notice my fingers are just in the same shape throughout. Okay, and sometimes it's a slide. So for instance, it goes like this. Slide, slide, slide. This is pretty important to the phrasing and gives it that sort of slippery vibe. And then in between, he does the complete opposite. He palm mutes like the least slippery thing you can do. You know, it gets kind of metal. So that's a fun one to get your fingers to do. And then he gets to the verse, turns on his wah-wah, and now he's just playing the A string. Right? The wah is in heel position, so your heel is on the ground, so it's more like lows. We haven't done that yet. The of each beat, so 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. So if you're really tight with that, it adds this kind of percussive element to the song because nobody else is quite playing that particular beat. So it's a very, very funky little thing that he does there. Then he jumps to the chorus, which is pretty massive on this song. So they jumped down to E for this one. So. Sort of, if you know E minor pentatonic scale, maybe like this. It's basically most of where the notes are coming from. He also throws this in. G, A, C sharp, D. So putting it together. instead of just, it becomes, it's a little fuller. And I think, I was actually just listening to it the other day, I think he goes, I think he and Flea both do that. But I'm gonna have to, confirm that. Maybe I'll leave a comment or something. And it goes up to F, and then F9, up to G. So that section's pretty interesting because you're gonna go F, 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 F9, sort of like a James Brown, like this. If I can reference. Yeah, that's like the funky chord right here. Okay, so he's playing that. 16th notes, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Back to the verse. And then finally there's a solo, pretty basic.